Oh, there it is.
There we go. There we go. We've got a Masters level game.
Holy shit.
Masters.
Man, we're going from silver to Masters. Can the Masters player throw?
We're gonna find out.
Because everybody else this week pretty much has thrown like a pro.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm telling you, it's the case of the Idris.
MLB.
I'm telling you.
Professional throws everywhere.
Well, Adam, hit me up with the sound of an MLB throw.
Strike! What?
There you go. Again, we were still doing this shit like after 4 years.
Yeah, it's
literally been 4 years.
We've crossed the 4-year mark.
I think our first video was November 1st, 2010.
1st. Yes, and it was your six-pool
tutorial. Tutorial rush. Hey guys, this is MaximusBlack. This is a six-pool tutorial rush.
Actually, you had your bracelet on, so it was more like, hey,
yeah, my bracelet
just got them, so you're like,
yeah, I couldn't talk or nothing. Fuck, man. We have come a long way. 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. How many people in the comments below has been here since the beginning or pretty damn close? I think the beginning for most people is when she fails to be the start.
Yeah, that's
you know
what
I mean? Because
that's
when we start to get discovered. Yeah. So since the first when she's fails, 101.
And if you've been here since before that,
well, shit. Like the D2D gamer days, man, you are loyal as almighty tits.
Absolutely.
Starting down here in the bottom right position, we have JoeY. And up top left, we have Nexa.
Nexa.
I was gonna say Nexa, but then I was like,
your brain was like, no, you're fucking it up. Yeah. You have to say the other thing.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so just calling him out immediately. JoeY is a replays analyst.
Yep.
And this is his game, and he rated himself as 5 stars and said it had to be played. That's actually against the rules, but since I was feeling generous today and also couldn't pass up on the opportunity to possibly shit all over him for fucking doing it, we're gonna watch this. So if this game is nothing
but great,
less than freaking
amazing
god tier,
oh,
you're getting smack talk.
Oh, I'm gonna smack talk the shit out of you, JoeY. Now, what you doing?
I'm gonna punch your unborn sister.
There you go. Cybernetic core going down for Nexa, and Cyber already down here for JoeY. We got a double assimilator with 2 probes on each gas, and we've got double assimilator with 3 on each. So this could be a DT versus DT or a Stargate versus DT. It's PvP, and this is Masters level.
Yep.
80%, and I'm literally, this is a statistic that I'm not making up.
3-gate versus
it's gonna
DT?
be, well, for me, because I always 3-gate, but the majority of the time is you're always against DTs. I'm telling you right now, it's either proxy 2-gate, DTs, or 4-gate.
Holy shit, this is old school. I haven't seen somebody do this in a while. Remember, you used to, or there were some people, I think it was Huck was the first one I saw maybe do it. Was it Huck?
There's a Stargate.
Where first thing as Protoss, you just clicked on your Nexus and then you just set 1 through 0 straight to your Nexus.
All of them?
You just go right across and then you replace them as time goes on. Yeah. Makes you look fancy.
Well, it makes you look fancy, but it also gets your fingers on all, like spamming through all of them, because if you have your probe say on 1 and your Nexus on 8, you can start to go from 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 8, and it just gets you in that motion of going from 1 to 8.
Sure.
And that's why some people do it, because they're constantly spamming in between. I know for me, I put my gate on 2, my probe on 3, my Nexus on 4.
Yeah, you do. You're going in between. You spam between your gateways, and then you flip up and you hit like a 1, 2, 3. Then you go through your F keys 1, 2, 3, and then you go back down and rinse and repeat.
Exactly. It's just so I can get to my bases. It's muscle memory. That's all it is, right?
You hit the W key like 3 times in between each sequence.
I do.
You go
Alright, so speaking of 80%, we might not actually get DT Rush. He's going to go for a Blink All-In, just as I was talking about the 80% DT Rushes.
Blink All-In, pretty good unit.
Yeah, it's very, very good in PvP, depending on what build you're up against, because obviously he doesn't have, a whole lot here.
Against Phoenixes, not too bad.
It's not too bad. It really is going to boil down to the Phoenix number, like how many you get.
If general micro on the Blink.
Exactly. I've actually, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, for those that watch my stream, I've been playing a lot more air in PvP. I've been going 3-gate, and if it doesn't win, I immediately go into Stargate and I just pump Phoenix like they're coming out of style. And I find that most Protoss players don't really have an answer for it, as long as you know how many units to pick up. If you go into an engagement, say you have 4 Phoenix, you go into engagement, you pick up 4 Stalkers. That might not necessarily be the best thing. In some cases, it might be, but it's very, very situational, because if you pick up 4 Stalkers, your Phoenix aren't actually doing any damage. You don't have any other. You don't have any. They're just sitting up, right? Yeah. So unless you have enough units on the ground to take care of the remainder of ground forces, or the Stalkers to shoot up at the ones that are in the bubbles, you might actually be in trouble. So it's a game of knowing how many units to pick up
at a time.
And when to maybe go in and do harassment on probe lines and keep them at bay for so long. But it looks like we have a 2-way attack. He's going to go after the Stalker. He's going to pick this off. But meanwhile, up at the base, some serious damage is ensuing on his ass here. He does not have a mothership core, which is a huge mistake. A mothership core right now.
He does have it. It's just in the base.
Oh, well, I don't know why he took the mothership core over to the base.
He's just giving her.
Okay, he's going to go for basically a base race at this point.
Yeah, so this is just turned into a base race. The Phoenix is unfortunately just not a high enough number for the longest time to actually take out a Stalker while holding it.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of one of those Stalker juggling things that happen. And now he's just basically reduced to a mothership core for his main damage, while up here JoeY's got Blink Stalker taking out the Nexus. And this is not necessarily something that Nexa is going to be able to easily just make go away.
Well, here's the thing. He's got 5 Phoenix, 3 Stalkers, and 2 Zealots. And just as I was going on my small little rant, this is all going to boil down to
the Phoenix Micro.
The Phoenix Micro, knowing how many Stalkers to pick up at a time. Going up here alone is kind of stupid.
He needs everything with him.
He needs everything with him for this to work out. And meanwhile, we are getting a little bit of Blink Micro here. Going to be able to pick off one of these Stalkers. Looks like... Yeah.
That was what we were just talking about there. If he had his Phoenixes
with him,
his Phoenix stay here.
In theory, he should have won.
That's just a win there.
Yeah. He's still going to be able to do considerable amount of damage. I like the fact that JoeY is focus firing on 1 Phoenix at a time, making sure that he's, not using DPS on multiple Phoenix. He's being able to kill 1 or 2 of them. But all of a sudden now, imagine if he had those Phoenix with those units.
He would have lost almost nothing.
He would have he actually could have picked up all the Stalkers and still had a couple of Stalkers
to do the damage.
Yeah. But that's not the case here. He managed to clean up all of the units, but where are we left? Like, what do we have? Is it going to be probes here versus...
Well, I mean, the probes can do all that attacking on that all day. I mean, they have a lot of health in terms of buildings to go through right now.
So we've only got 4 Phoenix on the map versus 22 probes in a mothership core. Mothership core will be easily taken down by the Phoenix. The problem is the Phoenix going to have enough energy to pick up these probes?
This is the dumbest win. If this is why this is the win, JoeY, you are killing me softly right now.
It's kind of interesting if this goes down like this. Look, he's no energy now.
Right now, you know what Nexa's thinking is not like this.
Oh, we've got a sentry out here for
this. Okay, he's
for Nexus as well.
He's hiding the sentry.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
All right, he needs to get the sentry like in a weird crevice or a corner, and then just like force field, so he can like pick off a probe or 2 here or there. That's a lot. That's a lot of probes, dude.
That's so many probes.
That's a lot of probes. This is a...
He wins just because of lack of energy at this point.
Yeah.
Like that's actually just it. There is nothing else.
Well, here's the funny thing. The only thing that even if he gets rid of these probes, he's only going to be able to attack with just a sentry.
Yeah, just a sentry. So he has to keep the sentry alive, even just to win by tickling.
He has to keep the sentry alive, which in theory can happen with great force fields, and he can actually pick up his own sentry with a Phoenix to keep it protected. There it is. There's one, but this isn't going to last forever. He probably should be holding on to. I don't know, dude. This is a fucking game. This is weird. This is weird. He got 50 energy for the beam.
I mean, I just don't know how he can't. I mean, the probe's just too much damage.
He needs to run. He needs to run the sentry.
That sentry isn't even blocked all the way in right now. Now he's getting brave with the sentry because he has to. But there's nothing to be done. He's gonna pick up one more, and that's all the energy he has. The sentry dies, and he loses the game. JoeY, this is not that good.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of funny.
It's interesting. So I'm not gonna shit down him just because we haven't seen this before.
No.
So for that, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. It's kind of cool.
Nexa threw the game by sending his Phoenix back up for no reason.
Yeah, he really did.
If he kept the Phoenix, he wins the game.
He would have won the game, yeah, absolutely.
That's highly unfortunate. Now he's getting tickled to death by a bunch of tasers.
Even if I destroy your probes, it's going to be a draw.
That's just depressing. That's so depressing.
He doesn't have like a pylon anywhere on the map.
No, he's got nothing. This is it.
This is the show.
He's just in here to drag this bitch out.
This is the show. Well,
That's all he's got.
Let's speed this up a bit to see how many probes is left at the end of this.
Nope.
No, he's not gonna have enough, bro. Oh
no, just not enough. Well, hey. It was something random.
It was different.
It was different.
And for that, I enjoyed it, and I won't shit down Joey's
no,
throat.
but in the future, Joey, if you start reading your own friggin' games, I'm gonna have to smack you. Because it's against the rules.
It's against the rules.
We literally only
and
did this.
he gave it a 5-star.
He gave it a 5-star.
It's not a 5-star game.
That is aggressive as fuck.
But, you know, I'd give it a solid 3.5, 4.
I'd give it a 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. It's just unique. The game itself wasn't
unique.
great.
The game itself was
but
blah.
the outcome was kind of cool.
Was kind of unique.
And once again, it was kind of it wasn't a case of the Idras.
No,
it was. He did.
It
have
was
this
pretty
game.
close. He did. He did unfortunately throw it.
But it wasn't nearly as bad as the throws that we had.
No. The other ones were like so blatantly obvious throws that you just can't even. You can't get any. You actually couldn't get any harder at the throws.
No.
In the last couple of games.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this, and we got to do a When Cheese Fails.
That's right.
See you guys then.
Peace.